I'd also like to add that we just narrowly edged out the grassroots for Rick Santorum campaign tonight to get this place. So. That doesn't exist. Next up, we've got Lorie Johnson. She's the Cherokee County Republican Party Chair, and she's going to share caucus information with everybody.
I know you folks can be louder than what you've been tonight, so hopefully I can motivate you a little bit. This is a pretty exciting night for me and for everybody involved. I'm very honored to be here. Many people throw around the term grassroots, and it's in an effort to make others feel better about a purpose or whatever. But my friends, tonight, this is a true grassroots movement. Dusty, Melissa, Kyle, Denise, Sean, Amanda, Bethany, TJ, and the rest of the Southeast Kansas for Ron Paul people, you all deserve a huge round of applause for what you've done tonight. We all know here tonight that taking our country back begins at the local level. As I mentioned, I am the current chair of the Cherokee County Republican Party. For many years, those of us now involved sat around wondering what we could do to stop the downhill slide of this great nation. Then our ray of light appeared. He happens to be standing in the back of the room tonight. Mike Hauser stepped up.
Yeah, this guy.
He stepped up to run for House of Representatives, and the ball was rolling. We had found the one thing that could be our driving force. Angie Ripple, Mike, my husband Jason, and myself knew that our mix of libertarian and conservative principles and the love for this great nation would make for a great foundation. We showed up at the reorganizational meeting with then Chair Art Blick, who's also here tonight. We joined forces, and we started that night with 5 members. We now have 35 precinct leaders in Cherokee County and about 50 active members. While we operate under the name the Republican Party, it is our mission to put candidates in local, state, and national office that will protect and defend the Constitution, period. The days of riding the fence are over. We must stand together at every level to make a difference. If we want to make a change, we must be that change. If you're interested in joining us for a meeting, we meet on the first Tuesday of every month at 7 o'clock at Show Me Birds Hunting Resort. What better way to protect and defend the folks that preserve our Second Amendment rights than to meet at a hunting lodge? We thought that was pretty fitting. They asked me to talk tonight about the caucus. I know there's a caucus in Crawford County too, but I'm most knowledgeable about the one going on. The Cherokee County bunch will be joining forces with some folks over in Parsons. Allen, Wilson, Labette, Neosho, and Cherokee County will all be joining together at Parsons Municipal Auditorium on Saturday, March the 10th, to hold the 2012 GOP Presidential Caucus. And I don't know about you guys, but I have never been more excited to attend a caucus in all my life. Registration will begin in Parsons at 8:30. The caucus will be called to order at 10. You must be in line by 1 o'clock if you want to vote that day. In order to participate, you must be a registered Republican by February the 17th. We have computers set up outside if you are not a registered Republican. I would be more than happy to do that for you tonight. We can take care of all of that. You must also present a valid photo ID when you register at the caucus. You can attend our caucus as long as you are a resident of the 2nd Congressional District. If you're from Columbus and you can't make it to Parsons, you can also go up to Pittsburgh, and vice versa. If you're from Pittsburgh, you can join our caucus as well. The Cherokee County Republican Party is sponsoring a charter bus to take people to the caucus. We will have a pre-caucus rally with a breakfast before we head out to Parsons. I hope you all will come. Bring your signs, wear your shirts. It's gonna be a pretty exciting event. I know not many people get fired up about that kind of stuff, but we are. We're really excited. So if you're interested in joining us on the bus, it's $10 for your seat. That includes your ride to and from the caucus, your breakfast, and a tote bag with all of our county candidate information. So it'll be a good learning experience. Am I forgetting anything? I don't think so. Does anybody have any questions about the caucus? No?
Sign up to be a delegate.
Sign up to be a delegate. If you would like to be a delegate, I have the forms in the back. You can come visit with me about that later. You want me to do the national?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. The self-nomination forms can be printed off. I would be more than happy to do that for you tonight. It is a self-nomination process. The 2nd Congressional District will pick those delegates after the caucus is over. Like TJ said, you need to be signed up by March the 12th, and I would be happy to help any of you that are interested in doing that.
Is there just one, or is there more than one delegate? How many do we get?
We'll get the
40.
we'll get 40, but they're from our district.
From our district, there's 9.
9, yeah. Okay, I can't remember those. Anything?
It's possibly 10 actually, if we get the most voters out of all the different districts.
District, yeah. Anything else?
Is there 2 separate types of delegates? Because you were saying you have forms back there for something.
I have forms back there for the national delegates if you want to go to the RNC, the national convention in Tampa. Yes?
And we're thinking of putting together a fundraiser for those people that want to
Yeah.
be national delegates.
Yeah, we're gonna try to, if any people from our area become a delegate, we're gonna do everything we can to help them get to Florida and everything, so.
And if you are interested in becoming a delegate, I think myself and Mike and I will have the opportunity to set in on the team that will be choosing those delegates. So if you do decide to go, please let me know so that I can be a cheerleader and Mike can be a cheerleader for you, and we can help make that process maybe a little smoother for you. Anything else?
Who decides who the delegates are, Lorie? A committee?
Yes, the second district will form a committee of the 2nd district officers as well as county chairs and vice chairs.
Just so nobody gets confused, being a delegate has nothing to do with going to the caucus and voting. Okay, you go to the caucus as a registered Republican and vote, then, the delegate thing is separate. And the real issue is that change is only going to start here, because Washington is not going to change. So you guys are the key players in making change happen. And I can't tell you how proud I am of Lorie and her people for what she's been able to do. Because as the chairman before her, there were many meeting nights that I sat in an empty room and looked at a wall. And what she and her people have been able to do is nothing short of phenomenal.
I didn't come here tonight to get all teary-eyed.
Lorie, I have one last question about the committees and everything. I know that this county is all filled up, but I noticed some of the other ones may not have like a vice chairman or secretary, anything like that. Can those still be filled in those counties to actually have more people to vote that are part of the district committee? Or the elections, is that something totally separate?
All right, you may have to help me through this because this is my first go-around of this, but I think those have to be determined at the reorganizational meeting in January.
Right. If you don't have people that, now the offices will be filled from what delegates you have, or ward people that you have, but as far as being like a ward, what do they call them? Precinct leader. Okay, the county central committee can appoint those if none run or elected during the normal election cycle. But as far as being an officer, then you pull those from your precinct people. And if you don't have, for example, in the case I was in, I didn't have enough precinct people to fill all of those jobs. okay? So what happened was, I appointed precinct people from the various precincts, and as we got more precinct people, they would vote on it. Then those people decided who the chairman, chairperson would be, who the second would be, who would be the secretary, who would be the treasurer. But the first step is to get in there and work in that ward and be one of the precinct leaders. Did that make sense? Sometimes what I say makes sense to me and everybody else looks at me funny. So.
I encourage all of you to be a committee person, precinct committee person. I'm very happy to see some of my committee precinct people here tonight. It really doesn't get any more local than that. These folks go out and help your city, county, state, national candidates campaign for them, knock on doors, and the more boots you have on the ground, the better chances you have of winning. And I really can't stress that enough. So if any of you are thinking about becoming precinct committee people, I hope you will follow through with that. Any other questions?
I was just going to ask you to explain it, the precinct committee man, committee woman, let them know we still have empty positions that need to be filled.
We have a lot of empty positions. While we have filled a lot, we still have a lot that needs to be filled. I could appoint, but I don't think anybody's going to have happened to them what Mr. Blake did to me and said, here you go, ma'am. No, I'm just kidding. Anybody that is willing to do a little bit of work for their candidates, it's really a good thing to become a precinct committee person. We have lots of holes to be filled there.
Is that by county or is it district?
It's county.
It
It's
is?
within your county.
Okay.
Yeah. Each voting precinct, township, voting ward, or whatever, has a committee man and a committee woman. Just one of each can be in each precinct.
When is the RNC, in Tampa?
It's in August.
August,
Forgot
and I
which
can't remember
day,
the
but-
date. That's what I was looking on here to see.
I was just trying to figure out, because I want to be a delegate, so I'm trying to think about how much time I
Well,
have.
fill out your nomination form and
Well, just real quick, can we have a show of hands who wants to be a national
Yeah.
delegate real quick?
Yeah.
for those of you who are interested, again, please let me know, let Mike know, let anybody in your county know. Talk to your chairperson, call all the chairs in the second district to let them know you are interested in doing that. I'll help hold fundraisers for you guys or anything that we can do to get you folks there. Anybody else? Angie, am I forgetting anything? Yeah? My next friend?
I have a question. Have you ever seen a former Ron Paul supporter?
No, I haven't. But I keep finding new ones. You know, it's kind of like being a Republican in Cherokee County, and I'm sorry if I offend anyone. But, you know, it wasn't okay to be a Republican in this county. And so I've been known to sneak into somebody's house and pull them out of the closet and tell them it's all right. You can come out and hang out with the Republicans. So it's kind of like being a Ron Paul supporter, you know. And you find somebody that maybe has a Ron Paul bumper sticker, or, you know, it's okay. We can be seen. So, anything else? Okay, well, I'm going to end with my favorite Ron Paul quote. Let it not be said that no one cared, that no one objected once it is realized that our liberties and wealth are in jeopardy. As we all know, our liberties, freedom, and rights are at risk every day. I don't know about you, but I can't stand by as progressives take control of my children's future. I urge you to get involved at every level. Thank you.